Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, becoming a homeowner is a monumental moment in anyone's life. And once you have those keys in your hands, you need to make sure that your home and everything in it is protected against all odds. So I met with the team at Standard Bank to find out what the right kind of insurance is all about. We all dream of one day moving into that dream home with the garden we've always wanted, those fancy wooden floors and that ensuite master bedroom. But for as hard as we work to buy the house, it's also important to make sure it's protected. And one way of doing this is with homeowners insurance. Gentlemen, thank you so much for meeting with me today and helping me understand the different home insurances to offer. Greg, help me understand what exactly is homeowners comprehensive insurance.
Homeowners comprehensive insurance is also known as building insurance. It's there to provide cover for the physical structure of your property, including its permanent fixtures and fittings. It really is there to provide cover for unforeseen events such as fire, lightning, explosion, damage caused by burst geysers. Some of the policies do extend to include cover for home emergency services. That's where you suffer emergency electrical faults at home or a plumbing issue. We'll send somebody out to provide emergency assistance to you. Overall, the homeowners comprehensive policy is really there to provide you peace of mind for those eventualities that you don't see coming.
As we continue to understand this policy, does homeowners insurance include things like laptops and cars?
Police and no, does not. There are different insurance covers available in the market. Homeowners comprehensive insurance is there, as we discussed, to cover the building, the physical structure of the property. Home contents insurance, though, extends to include your personal belongings and your items at home, items such as your furniture, your appliances, your clothing and your jewelry. Whereas vehicle insurance is quite specific. It's there to provide specific cover for your vehicle. So cover is definitely available. We just need to understand your needs and from there arrange the appropriate cover for you.
Pergy, it seems that now is the time to ensure that we are protected. So would you advise that one combines their homeowners insurance, car and house insurance?
So the short answer is yes. By combining homeowners, contents, even vehicle, you can potentially save on your insurance premiums. Not only that, you will have one point of contact if you have to inquire or claim from your contents, your homeowners or your vehicle insurance. So contacting one company for any of those coverages.
Greg, Preggy, thank you so much for helping me understand homeowners comprehensive insurance. Protect your home and make sure it gets the insurance it deserves. Reach out to the team at Standard Bank for them to tailor-make an insurance policy that suits your needs. Visit them online or give them a call.
Get an insurance quote for your home or car and stand a chance to win one of 8 Samsung Galaxy S21 phones plus 100 gigs of Standard Bank mobile data for a year. To enter, SMS the keyword motor to 31492 to get a call back and quote, and you could be a winner.
Now, as we are back in the kitchen, we're welcoming someone else back into our kitchen here. We miss you.
Oh, well, I missed you guys as well, but it's so nice to see you two beautiful ladies back in the kitchen and, you know, having me along. It's fantastic. Wow.
We missed your energy, but more than ever, I missed your food, so let's get into it. I mean, apples are in season, and they make for a perfect cake. The simple yet scrumptious apple cake is a delight to eat, and made doubly indulgent with a generous dollop of Clover Bliss chocolate dessert. Dumi, I love it. All things apples.
All things apple, Balisa, and I think that apple and chocolate actually pair perfectly together. And Chef, we're going to be using our Thermomix again today, and you're going to be showing us how to make this apple cake, right?
Oh, absolutely. I am taking every shortcut possible in terms of mixing, whisking and all the rest of it. You know, looks like you've been on holiday and you're coming back to not too much really at the end of the day, hey?
I love that.
Yeah.
But if I'm coming home to this, I am not complaining. I mean, you guys know I'm just going to add a nice generous dollop, as I did mention, of this dessert. And I'm going to let you guys know how it tastes. But before I get into all of this, let us know what we need for this recipe, Dumi.
Balisa, I'm actually just going easy today. Like we said, we're taking a lot of cop-outs today. So the simplest thing I'll be doing is just peeling and scoring our apples. And Chef, you've got the luxury of making the cake.
Oh, absolutely. So it's just simple ingredients going into a cake, which I'm going to use this wonderful Thermomix just to sort of mix everything together. And literally, we're going to go bit by bit here. We're going to crack the eggs into here. And we're going to start sort of just layering all our ingredients. We're just going to pop everything into the machine. So, eggs in with our sugar. Now, you know, typically at home we'll probably sort of do egg, sugar, beat that, but not with this Thermomix. You chuck everything in, including the butter. All of that goes into there. Then we've got our flour. Just going to get all that into there.
Chef, take your time, man, because now you're making me have to rush here. And
you know, you got to work a little bit. So now I get it in here, I got to get it mixed up. How's that? You like, I've got all this and all those groans and all the rest of it from Paddy this side. I mean, what's going on?
I'm having the time of my life, and this is how you end off a very hectic week at work. This beautiful Clover Bliss is just adding that level and that layer of decadence that I need, because Clover Bliss medium cream chocolate dairy dessert, I mean, it's the first real ready-to-eat chocolate dairy dessert treat. You can pour it, as I just did, you can sauce it, and you can also top it, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Right, we are still cooking and baking this side, in with our baking powder. So pop that in over there. Oh, yeah, so the element there.
You think we're friends, right?
Baking powder is going to give us that wonderful lightness and that fluffiness. Salt. Remember, always salt, because you actually want it to bring out the flavour of the flour that's pretty sort of drab and boring. Yeah. And then last but not least, a little tipple, brandy, whiskey, bit of grape juice. It's something completely optional to you. But a little bit of liquor in there. I mean, brandy and apples, that is just something that works beautifully together. Pop your lid on. So everything's in here. So that's nice and secure. And then to that, here we go, our 3 little buttons here. We're going to go in for 20 seconds. It's all that's going to take to whisk the batter together. That's it. 20 seconds, I don't need any temperature. And then to power number 6 there. So, close it up. And number 6, there we go.
This is iconic. I mean, gone are the days of Tumi putting me under pressure in the kitchen to whisk away and make sure that all of my muscles are activated. This does it in 20 seconds.
Well, it does. It's literally just blitzing it up there. It's like a Ferrari of motor blades in there, just bringing everything together. It stops. It sings to you. It like sort of reveals itself. Come on. And off we go. How gorgeous is that? That is your batter. Now, I think you should speak to your other half. He needs to get you one of these because it just makes life so much easier. And that is your lovely cake mixture done for you.
And isn't it amazing, Palisa, that the hardest part of this whole recipe was me scoring the apples, because everything else was very simple. And by scoring, all I mean is that I just made a couple of lines. I didn't cut through the apples. And all I'll be doing is plopping these beautifully onto the cake. And as the cake bakes, it creates that beautiful design that we see on that cake right now, Palisa.
Definitely looking incredible. This is dessert like no other. Truly elevated. I can imagine enjoying this any time of the day. Breakfast, lunch, tea time, definitely a delicious tea time treat. But today we're taking it more of the dessert route, because we are adding this beautiful Clover Bliss medium cream chocolate dairy dessert. I mean, this needs no whipping, no cooking, no baking, no fuss. Just ready to eat indulgence, because we are doubling up on the convenience. Not only are we keeping it convenient with our Thermomix TM6, but we're also keeping it very convenient here. And as they take over the eating roles, please just get over to afternoonexpress.co.za for the full recipe and ingredients list.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, Tumi, it seems as if the batter's good.
Batter's good. It goes into the oven to bake, Palisa, at 180 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. All you need to do is just check, add a skewer in there, make sure it's cooked through, and that's it.
Cheers to deliciousness. I'm looking forward to trying that. Now, when we do come back, it's Orange's time to shine as we combine orange and rice to make a moist cake.
Zola Nene.
En ek is Fritz Skoon.
And we're looking for SA's next big baking influencer.
12 van die land se beste bakkers gaan kompeteer, maar net een kan die titel verdien, van Taste
It's going to be sweet, it's going to be indulgent.
Dit gaan uitdagend wees, maar baie smaakvol.
The journey culminates right here on Hosendal Wine Estate, where we will crown our brand new Tastemaster. Catch all the triumphs and flops on the Tastemaster Baking Edition, 10 September at 7 p.m. on SABC2.
Welcome back to the show. Now, we have been baking the entire week here on Afternoon Express, and boy, have I been loving it. But Charles, today you're keeping it a little different.
Well, you know, sometimes you got to change things up in the kitchen. Sometimes you got to take a bit of a easier, you know, way of life, you know.
Yeah.
We've slowed down with old, you know, Auntie Rona, but hey, we got to keep going and we sort of, you know, keep working like, you know, someone's working at least.
I love it. I love to see it. Now, if you're a fan of baked goods, then you'll definitely love our next recipe. It combines the sweet and zingy flavors of orange with the nuttiness of rice. We're making a moist orange and rice cake that is sure to impress even the toughest crowd. And I call myself a tough crowd when it comes to baked goods, but this promises to be delicious.
Oh, absolutely. It just, you know, and it's got some unusual ingredients as well, you know, including, you know, what we think is with curry and, you know, that sort of thing. Rice in at the end.
Absolutely, Dumi. Today we're taking something that is normally a savory dish and we're adding it to something sweet.
Yes, Palisa. And what I love about this is that it's got a beautiful nutty flavor. What I'm going to be doing is that we're going to be zesting some lemon zest that goes into this recipe. I needed to do this first because this is the very first step of the recipe. So yes, Palisa, we're putting rice into a cake. Imagine taking your cake and making it go a long way.
I'm going to kick off and using the Thermomix TM6. So I'm going to make icing sugar very quickly, but I'm going to flavour it with lemon zest or orange zest if you've got it. So again, you don't have to be sort of, you know, so specific. Be flexible. Whatever you've got in the cupboard, that's what you use. Or should I say in the fruit bowl? Hopefully not in a cupboard. Probably sort of quite mouldy and all. Anyway, in with that there. Lid on. And then for this, all we need to do is drive it onto a 10-second blitz. I love the speed of this here. And then it's Ferrari speed, number 10. So crank it up, get your fingers out the way, clamps down there, and blitz, 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 blitz.
Okay.
Sorry, I've got the lid.
I love that.
I love seeing
This is going to be a different type of flavour coming in this icing sugar that you created.
Well, we've got the citrus in there, but imagine you could change it up. Imagine some spices. I mean, what is a spice that you quite enjoy?
Cinnamon, nutmeg.
Oh, lovely. Those warm spices, you know, things are sort of, you know, warm but not warm at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's still quite fresh and cool. So those warm spices work just as well. And there you have this beautiful seasoned sugar, in essence. So look at that. Oh, that smell.
I can even see the colour on that. The colour on that definitely has that like lemony
But it's that centrifugal force that just sort of blitzes and annihilates everything together. And then basically it's the rest of the ingredients together. So in with some lovely fresh orange juice, lemon juice, whatever you like. In with
How do you switch this thing off? We're going to have to try to switch that off. There we go.
All right. And then in with your other ingredients. Baking powder. So just sprinkle that in. Then with your corn flour or potato flour, if you really want to be really exotic with the rice as well. So let's just sort of pop that in there. Let's just sort of scrape all of that. Oh, look at you already. Not even talking to me. Just thinking what I need. You are a fantastic helper. Then in with our flour. So let's just pop all of that in.
And again, the Thermomix TM6, it measures out everything for you.
Well, let's see if we can really work together, Pali, because I'm going to put you to the test. Because what we need to do is add some oil to it as well. And we're going to get the scale out. So all the ingredients are basically in there. I've got to check everything. Absolutely everything's in except the rice. Don't put in the rice at this stage here. And then let's go to the scale. And we're going to make sure it's tared, which it is there. And now you're going to put in 70 grams. So you're now going to communicate. So pour slowly a little bit, and I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
Yes, but don't touch the machine. It's so sensitive, like really sensitive.
Yeah, it's going to be able to pick up my weight.
Yeah, you're already going to -1 gram, but it's fine. Carry on. Don't stick out your tongue. It's not that difficult. Okay. No, let's pour. No giggles. Right, we're getting there. Slowly, slowly. Stop, stop, stop. You're a little bit heavy-handed, but it's fine. You know what? I'll have a little bit of mystery.
A little bit of Excella oil goes a long way.
Oh, well, you know, baking with oil, talking about, you know, longevity and stuff. I love using oil in a bake because it just keeps saying so moist for such a long period of time.
Absolutely. And what's so special about this Excella mix oil, this Excella oil that we've put into our mix, is that it's light, it's clear, it's odorless, and it's also suitable for grilling, frying, baking, and just so much more. Excella oil has that neutral taste, Dumi, and you always are talking about that neutral taste. It essentially is going to enable you to enhance the flavors of your food that that quite naturally are there, meaning you get the best quality for your family. I mean, food is just better together with Excella. So you can mix that all.
Right, so here we go. So 30 seconds onto speed number 5. And I'm just going to bring everything together. I'm going to put my spatula in just to help it along as well. So mixing that as we go. So again, we're not wanting to beat. Remember, when you're starting to beat flour, you don't want to develop the gluten because otherwise it's going to be a really thick, heavy cake. I mean, you know, same for a pastry as well. So it's short, sharp, a little bit more of a gentler blend. I mean, look at that crumb. How do you describe the crumb there, Pauline?
It looks amazing, and it actually held its shape quite well when I was cutting through the cake. Delicious. Now I'm looking forward to that orange and ricey kind of flavor.
Ballas, I'm loving the fact that we've chosen to use Excella rice for this recipe because of the fact that it actually cooks fluffy and white each time. And it's a good part knowing that 1 cup of Excella rice gives you 2. So this is the perfect recipe because you can actually go a long way, like we said a little earlier. It's perfect recipe ingredient for this dish.
I think so. And then to that now, we're going to pop our rice into our mixture, just like that. And then just really incorporate it together, just so it's sort of all, you know, mixed in.
Yeah.
That's our mixture.
Because you also don't want to blend it with the rice, otherwise it becomes a gloopy mix. You still want it to be light and airy.
Absolutely. So all you do is take that and pour it into
your mold.
Into your oven, 180 degrees, 35 to 45 minutes, and done. Then you can just sort of, you know, tip it out, and there you go. How simple is that? A little bit of icing sugar on the top as a bit of garnish. You could do some lovely orange segments, you know, lemon segments, maybe a little spice because you like things all nice, you know.
Nice and spicy, that's me.
Oh, is that you, Carol?
I would not change this recipe. It is perfect as is. Now, has the craving got you? Then head over to afternoonexpress.co.za for the full recipe and ingredients list to this tasty dish. It is baking week here on Afternoon Express, and we're not done with the bakes. On Tuesday, it was the smaller bakes. Today, it's all things big. Now, we love the zesty tang of lemon, and we're infusing it into our tummies. We're making delicious, yummy lemon biscuits when we return. Stand a chance to win a Thermomix TM6 with the Tastemaster SA. You could create magic in your own kitchen with the Thermomix. Enter by watching the show on Friday nights at 7 p.m. on S2. Get inspiration from the contestants. Bake your own scrumptious cakes with royal baking powder. Take a picture of your creation and reply to the competition post on Tastemaster's social media pages with the hashtag the Tastemaster SA. It's that easy. You could win a weekly hamper of La Crusade valued at 2,000 Rand and go into the grand prize of the Thermomix TM6. T's and C's can be found on thetastemaster.co.za. Afternoon Express, where finally we are at our final recipe, but it is not going to disappoint, Nechat.
Oh, not at all. I mean, who doesn't love a little biscuit and a cup of tea? Well, you know, at this hour maybe something else, but hey, biscuits and a something or other. Whatever is your choice at home.
Definitely looking forward to finding out how to make this goodness. I mean, here's a recipe that will get your taste buds tap dancing. These Mama Bake lemon biscuits are easy to make, but will have you lining up for seconds, whether it's for high tea, desserts, or just an everyday treat. And that's essentially what Chef Chart is saying here, Dumi.
Yes, Palisa, and to get this recipe started, I'm going to give you your portion because we're both using our Mama Bake today. I'm going to be using Mama Bake to make a filling, Palisa, because I feel like not is it just decadent enough, the biscuit, but we want to make sure there's even more decadence in there. So I'm going to be putting our Mama Bake and making a filling on the inside of our cakes and then sandwich them between the two biscuits that we're going to make. But then, Chef, you're also going to be using 100 grams of our Mama Bake inside the actual cookies that we're making right now.
We are, absolutely. So we obviously need a certain liquid component. So whilst you're doing that there, I'm going to crack on with what I need to get into my Thermomix. So other wet ingredients, because butter's obviously wet ingredients, is eggs. So just 2 eggs into here, along with our fat, so that can just go straight in.
And that is that delicious clover Mama Bake. I mean, it is ideal for all types of baking, as we are seeing in this recipe. But also, the Mama Bake adds that richness to the biscuits for ultimate yumminess, as you just continue with that sugar, adding on those yumminess.
Oh, I love it, girl. You on form today, you know, helping me along with a little bit of sugar going into there, a little bit of baking powder into there as well. And then what's going to give it the body and substance of our biscuits is the flour. So pop that into there. We're going to put our lid on. We're going to go on to 20 seconds. This is all it needs to take to blitz it together. That's how easy it is to bring our biscuits together on speed number 5. Get your fingers out the way. That do the work.
Okay.
So let's just clear up out of here. Because what I need to then do is sprinkle some sugar onto a plate. So pop that onto there. Let's just help this along as well.
Oh, so that's the trick that Karen also did earlier. Just being able
just sort of move. Remember, you're making a sort of a dough, so you sort of want to sort of, you know, get it moving. It breaks the top up as well, takes it back underneath and keeps folding it and continues to go through there. So, outer clips, lid off, and there is your cookie dough.
Wow, love that.
Right now, Pali, I'm going in with all the ingredients here. We've got our Mama Bake that we're adding. This is the base of our filling here. So I'm adding some Mama Bake. The greatest thing about this is you don't even need to worry about cutting it down because it's going to do all the blending for you in here. And then into that, I'm adding some icing sugar. The reason I'm using icing sugar is because I don't want it grainy. I want it nice and smooth when we obviously eat the biscuits. And then into there, I've added some zest. I've got some lemon zest, and I've got a little bit of orange zest. And all we're going to do now is just blitz all of this together. It's going to give us a nice, smooth filling that you can actually enjoy, whether you want to put it inside of your cookies, whether you want to put it as a sandwich. It's completely up to you. And then we're going to blitz this up until it's a beautiful, thick sauce or cream that you can put between your biscuits, Bali. So let me just quickly set the time there. We're going to do it for about 15 seconds. And I'm going to do it at a low speed of 3.5 and let it do its thing.
All you need to do now is just take a spoonful of your dough and just roll it really into a ball, and then just press that into your sugar on the plate here.
Stunning.
Transfer that onto there, and if you want to sort of flatten it out a little bit more, you can use a fork and do that.
Voila.
So
I love the creativity of this. I mean, those indentations, they look incredible here at the end of the day in this finished product because it just makes it, you know, it just adds that separate level of appeal. And as Dumi said, if you added that filling, I can just imagine how it just would ooze out, looking oh so good. So I believe that the proof is in the pudding. So I'm going to have a taste of this. Dumi, as you continue to talk us through that filling.
Chef Vanessa, so I've done the filling here. It's very simple, very easy. All we've got is we've got the icing sugar, we've got a bit of butter, we've got a bit of our Mama Bake in there. I'm just going to scoop it into this little bowl here. And Palisa, it keeps its form nicely. It's got that beautiful sweetness from the icing sugar. We've got our Mama Bake that creams beautifully. It's going to be added beautifully into our biscuits here. So what you can do is those cookies you've got there, spread some of this icing in the center, add another one, and then just enjoy it as a beautiful little sandwich.
So I'm sure you're probably wondering, how does it taste? I mean, I have been tasting as I go. And again, I want to give this almost a 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
Do you know why?
Why?
It is a big score. The crunchiness of it. I mean, first, the smell. I can smell that lemoniness, and I also, you know, that home-baked goodness definitely comes through in the sense. And as soon as you bite through this cookie, oh my goodness, the crunchiness and that crumminess also just comes through. So definitely, I love this chart.
So to get that crumminess, it's got to go into an oven, 180 degrees. You know, depending on what size you make there, it's going to take anything to 12 to 20 minutes. It's quite a quick bake. Bake them till they're lovely and golden and delicious. So in that goes into your preheated oven, as I said, 180. Let them bake, and then you just got to take that filling, sandwich it together, and absolute citrus goodness at its best.
Joy, pure joy is what I call it. And to get this recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
Classic range from Clover. Timeless taste. Made with love by Clover.
It's time to get outside and explore Mzansi. With the short-lived travel week happening this week, I caught up with Mashotu Mugeti, the domestic hub head at SA Tourism, to give us all the lowdown. Mzansi, it's time to get up off that couch because the short-lived travel week is officially here. And this time, it's bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Proudly brought to you by SA Tourism, short-lived travel week is all about getting out there and exploring our beautiful country. So joining me today, we've got the domestic hub head at SA Tourism, Mashotu Mugeti, and she's going to be giving us the lowdown on all things travel week. Mashotu, thank you so much for visiting me here at the V&A Waterfront.
Thank you for having me.
Help me understand, what is the short-lived travel week and what are the official dates?
Short-lived travel week is where, as South African Tourism, we run a massive campaign that showcases the country, and also it gives South Africans up to 50% off of travel if they book between the 6th and the 12th of September. And the great news is you can travel anytime.
Listen, I'm all about saving, girl. So help me understand, what kind of deals can we expect to find?
Absolutely everything that you can imagine. So we've got accommodation, we've got experiences, we've got transport, we've got airlines, everything that you can possibly think of, and it's up to 50% off, so it's fantastic.
At the end of the day, it's all about getting that call to action. So what do you expect of all South Africans at home to do?
What we're asking of South Africans to do at home is, one, book right now. 6 to 12 September, that is the time that you have up to 50% off, and travel your country and enjoy it.
In the current climate, COVID-19 and the pandemic alike, why is it so important for all South Africans to get involved in an initiative like this?
Palisa, it's important to support Short-Lived Travel Week purely because our country has gone through a lot, and it is high time right now that we support our country. It is ours after all, for us to enjoy and to support it. And seriously, Palisa, it is your country. Enjoy it, because nothing's more fun than a short-lived.
I'm all about putting people on the spot, as you've put us on the spot. How have you prepared for Travel Week?
I've booked, as me and my family, we're going to have a nice short lift, but also as South African Tourism, we've got over 500 partners that are registered for Short Lift Travel Week, and we've had media campaigns that are all over. We're on TV, radio, social media, we're on buses, we are absolutely everywhere. So that's how we've prepared, and we're hoping South Africans will see it and also take this opportunity to travel their country.
Thank you so much, Siswam, for breaking down all things Travel Week. Lalela, I love what you said. There's nothing more fun than a short lift. Now, if you want to get in on these amazing deals, all you have to do is visit www.shortlift.co.za and find out what you need to do to book your next holiday. Book now, travel later. Enjoy. I'm going to encourage you yet again, Mzansi, to hop onto that short-lived website and find out how you can get all the deals, whether it's accommodation, flights, travel for you and your family's very next vacation. Now, we all deserve the sweet treats that we've baked up today. So when we come back, we'll be enjoying them together. continue to celebrate all things South Africa, welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, the short-lived travel week is officially here, and to celebrate some of their epic travel deals, myself and Domi headed out on a Cape Town adventure to take advantage of this travel week madness. The Great South African Sale is officially here. And let me tell you, it is the ultimate travel week sale in South Africa. So whether it's the mountain, the beaches, or the city you're after, Short-Lived has something for you. Now, I've decided to call on one of my girlfriends, Utomi, to take full advantage of the travel week. But the first stop of the day is the Big Red Bus. Dumza, are you ready?
I'm ready, girl. Let's do this.
Let's get it. Finally, I can tell you all about the Big Red Bus. I mean, this is by far one of the best ways to explore Cape Town. With so much to see on the tour and all the best hotspots of Cape Town, you get to hop on and off when you want. This is all up to 50% off this week.
This is the famous Long Street, right?
Lalela. I'm so used to experiencing long streets on my feet, you know, walking up and down. But this time, nothing can stop us. We're all the way up.
Here I am on the Red Bus, getting to see the entire Cape Town from up here. This is what I'm talking about. My gang, if this is what you want to experience, you definitely need to take advantage of the Short-Lived Travel Week. It's a nice summery dress.
Another exciting thing about the tour is that you get to explore the waterfront by boat. I think it is so important to be able to support South African tourism, support our local vendors and everyone who is an entrepreneur right now, because we know the hard times that we've been through COVID. So now it's time to kick back, relax, let's support each other as Tandaneni.
You have absolutely no excuse to not experience South Africa within this week, because not only is everything discounted, you can see everything. All of you mothers complaining about the price, skawara my gang, it's all discounted. Just take advantage of it now from the 6th to the 12th of September.
If you would like an opportunity to take full advantage of the Great South African Sale, all you need to do is hop onto www.shortlived.co.za and you will get detailed, quite specifically from the 6th to the 12th of September, all the deals on travel, food and more adventures right at your fingertips. And the iconic part about it is that Uskawara, if you don't have leave days or you're still at school, you can book now, travel later. I get you, me. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. You spoke about a bucket list earlier, ne? Have you ever thought about putting Cape Sidecar on your bucket list?
The sidecar, best thing I've done this year. I cannot find the words to describe the experience, the scenery, the views. It was breathtaking. I can finally say it. It was breathtaking. You know, the funny part is I've never been on the sidecar before, but it was on my bucket list. Sidecar, check. Red Bus, check. All of that, all thanks to the Great South African Sale.
This was the bestest, the betterest ever day I could have ever asked for. I think that it's so special being able to not only enjoy the city you live in, but being able to enjoy it with someone who is so close to you on a daily basis. Being able to share memories is like nothing else.
There is nothing like enjoying the crisp Cape Town air. Plus, we've got the best dog guide in town. With the
I I'm so glad that the sidecar speedometer only allows us to clock 50 kilometers an hour because, wow, I really just want to take my time and enjoy the views. I had the best guide dog in the game showing me Cape Town. Just so interesting to me to be in quite a modernized, urban, metropolitan city that is Cape Town, but on a bike and a sidecar with such rich history. What an amazing day it's been, being a tourist in my own city. What are you waiting for, South Africa? The Great South African Sale is the perfect opportunity to explore and travel your home country. After all, it is our country. Let's enjoy it. I wish I could whistle because what a short left in me.
It's the perfect excuse to go on holiday, Pali.
I love our girls' trips. Cheers to us. But for the rest of us here in the kitchen, we have reached that part of the show where we get to enjoy all of the baked goods that we've made today. So let us not help you forget that if you want a chance to win the incredible Thermomix TM6 and make your own magic in the kitchen, enter by watching the Tastemaster essay on Friday night at 7 p.m. on SABC2. Let's get eating. But before we do, Chef Chart, we made everything using that Thermomix TM6. So you want to give us a recap of what we
absolutely. I mean, you know, just whiz-diving together. We've got this beautiful apple cake. I mean, it's just such a great little combination. We've got an orange cake, but with the rice, so adding a whole different texture element. And then we've got these lovely little lemon biscuits as well. Karen and Tumi made was this foam, which I'm like really, really intrigued by. But
we asked on social media, you know, if you were to try think of one baked good that just keeps you warm inside, what would that baked good be? What would your response be?
Without a doubt, the malva pudding with the homemade custard. Definitely all made in the Thermomix.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
In fact, I can imagine that homemade custard also just all over these baked goods. Dumi, I think you've got some competition in the kitchen today.
Balasa, back in the day, I would say something like that. But like we always say, collaboration is the new innovation. I'd rather have it as a partner in the kitchen than competition, to be honest.
And if you are wondering what we are talking about, we're talking about the incredible Thermomix TM6 that Karen came through with today. It just gave us absolute glory in the kitchen, helping us whip together everything that you see on our table. I mean, cheers to us, cheers to creating magic in the kitchen. So, how does that taste?
Oh, delicious. The berries, that texture. I think there's so much versatility. I think that's what I loved about the Thermomix. There's so much you can do, but certainly when you've got that foam, oh, that's a winner, Karen.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Thank you. I love it.
Balasa, I'm loving the texture of the rice inside that orange and rice cake. My gosh. It's like a little nodule of deliciousness because it just packs flavor. You've got the orange in there, you've got the rice in there, the texture, the flavor, it just works perfectly.
What a way to end off the week. Karen, thank you so much for coming through and introducing us to the Thermomix.
Absolute pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Chef Chart. It's always a pleasure to have you come through, na?
Oh, you know, anytime. Just let me know and I'll come and cook with you lovely ladies.
The real thing to me is that he must stop running away, right?
Balasa, like, can you just stop?
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Now, sprinkle some sweetness into your life with this week's amazing bakes recipes. Now, if you have missed any of it, be sure to catch our repeats from 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Then be sure to join us again next week for more culinary inspiration and guidance. But until then, Mzansi, good night, stay safe, and happy eating. Good night.
Ciao, ciao.
Here's to the season of sunny breakfasts, healthy lunch breaks in the great outdoors, and romantic sunset dinners made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.